Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Sarah today. Pam's still away, but she'll be back soon.
Yay!
We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by UPI Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it at 6 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
It's a Wednesday, and that means we're talking Maine Nordiques hockey, and we are joined in studio by Ocean Fancy and Aidan Lindblad. How you guys doing?
Doing good, thank you.
We're having a good time already.
You guys are so happy to be up early.
They don't know if they can chirp this early.
We certainly appreciate you being here, and we're going to talk all about Nordiques hockey coming up in just a bit. But before we do that, let's take a look at some headlines for Wednesday, October the 2nd.
Lewiston Public School Superintendent Jake Langlays announced that McMahon Elementary School was closed today to address an internal sewage drain blockage. The school can reopen once the drains are working properly and any spaces exposed to sewage are sanitized.
The Casco Bay Trail Alliance aims to form a 72-mile multi-use trail loop connecting Lewiston, Auburn, Brunswick, and Portland. The group hopes to use the discontinued Berlin subdivision rail corridor stretching 26 miles from Portland to Auburn as part of the potential trail system.
The Lewiston Police Department released its statistics for September. The department received 4,311 calls for service, facilitated 633 traffic stops, issued 108 tickets, and responded to 4 confirmed shots fired incidents. The department is also training at the firing range this week. Gunfire will be heard between 4 to 8 p.m. in the River Road area through Friday.
And Auburn Public Works and Hammond Lumber Company have partnered to offer the 11th annual Sand Buckets for Seniors program. APW will deliver a full bucket of sand for senior residents to help make steps, walkways, and driveways safer this winter. Nearly 300 residents enroll in the program annually. For more information, you can call 333-6670.
Can I do weather?
Do the weather.
I'm going to do the weather. Today it's cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 45. Partly sunny tomorrow with a high of 70 and cloudy Friday with a high of 71.
In sports, Central Maine Community College women's soccer beat UMaine Augusta 4-0. CM women's volleyball will visit Southern Maine Community College tonight at 6.
Bates College men's soccer beat UMaine Farmington Beavers 6-1.
The Maine Nordiques visit the Johnstown Tomahawks Friday and Saturday.
The Patriots will host the Miami Dolphins on Sunday afternoon.
On the high school scoreboard in field hockey, it was Lewiston losing to Brewer 3-0. Poland lost to Cape Elizabeth 1-0 in overtime. Grey New Gloucester North Yarmouth Academy fell to Yarmouth 6-1, and St. Dom's was shut out by York 1-0.
In boys soccer, Edward Little beat Oxford Hills 5-1. Grey New Gloucester over Cape Elizabeth 4-0. Levitt over Erskine Academy in 2 overtimes 4-3, and Winthrop shut out Lisbon 3-0.
In girls soccer, Grey New Gloucester lost to Cape Elizabeth 2-1. Edward Little beat Oxford Hills 3-1. Levitt fell to Erskine Academy 3-1, and St. Dom's was edged out by Waynfleet 2-1.
And in volleyball, Brunswick beat Lewiston 3-0, and Cape Elizabeth over Grey New Gloucester Freeport also 3-0.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is
Sweeping
the Twin Cities.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for October the 2nd, shall we?
Okie dokie.
We're going to start off with Tiffany.
I think we're alone now.
There it is.
Have
Have you guys ever heard of that song?
They're way too
I don't
young.
know.
Well, I know, but they have
They're
listened
like,
to music
that
before.
version? No.
Their parents or billets might be playing it in the house.
Maybe.
Right? While they're getting ready. Probably not. Tiffany is 53 today.
Wow.
Yeah, she's most well known for the song Sarah was just singing. Her cover of Tommy James and the Shondells song, I Think We're Alone Now. She also bared all in Playboy.
What?
And she took part in the reality television shows Celebrity Fit Club, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Championship Wrestling.
Wow.
And she...
One of your favorite movies.
She starred
I guess.
in some films, Necrosis, Mega Piranha. That sounds like an Academy Award winner.
Sure.
And she teamed up with fellow teen sensation back in the 80s, Debbie Gibson.
Deborah now.
That's right. She's Deborah. The title of that film was called Mega Python versus Gatoroid.
A classic.
Yes.
Surely going to be in the Hall of Fame of greatest movies of all time.
That came out in 2011.
It's terrible.
Kelly Ripa
Oh.
is 54 years old today.
She has a television show still, right?
She does.
Yeah.
She goes through co-hosts like...
Well, she started out with Regis Philbin, but then
then
he
Michael
retired.
Strahan, and
Yep.
then Ryan Seacrest, and now she's hosting with her husband, Mark Consuelos.
Well, I hope they can work that out.
Let's hope.
That'd be weird if they couldn't.
Let's see here. Oh, Sting of the Police. You
He's
guys
amazing.
must have heard of the Police. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You don't
I don't. You don't know that you know them, but you know them.
know them. Sting is 73 years old
Oh
today.
my gosh! Wow, he's
Hugely
incredible.
successful
Yeah.
as the front man of the Police,
Yeah.
and then went on to a equally successful solo career.
Yeah. He is one of those rare fellas who was like, "Yeah, we're on top. We're one of the number one bands in the world right now. Peace out.
Yeah, peace out.
I'm gonna do my own thing. You guys figure it out."
I think that decision was made much more easily because nobody in the band got along. Sting has also collaborated with other musicians like Dire Straits on Money for Nothing, Bryan Adams on All for Love. He's collaborated with Rod Stewart and Alison Krauss and Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Yeah, he won the Grammy. Sting won the Grammy for Best Reggae Album in 2019.
He recently did a collaboration with Pink too, that these guys might know. Like it's a newer collab.
You guys have heard of Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
So
okay.
we're making some headway here.
Yeah.
Photographer of the stars, Annie Leibovitz, is 75 years old today. She is, I think, most well known for taking that famous photo of John Lennon and Yoko Ono when John is naked and Yoko is fully clothed and he's all over her.
Yeah.
And that photo was taken with a Polaroid. It ended up on the cover
Wow.
of Rolling Stone magazine. It remains one of their most famous cover photographs. And 5 hours after that photo was taken, John Lennon was shot and killed in New York City.
Wow. So probably the last photo of him before that happened, huh?
I would think so. Or at least
Likely.
one of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And critic Rex Reed closes out FPBs for today. He is 86 years old. He was a longtime writer for the New York Observer. He's known for his blunt style and contrarian tastes, and has even been criticized for his articles containing factual errors or making disparaging remarks about actors.
Oh, well.
I think none more famous than Marissa Tomei.
Oh, what did he say about
you hear about that one?
No, what did he say about Marissa Tomei? She's a treasure, by the way.
She is a treasure, and I watched My Cousin Vinny recently. She steals every scene in that
Yep.
movie that she's in. She was absolutely fantastic. That came out in 92. Rex Reed was none too pleased when Marissa Tomei won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. He said publicly that she had not actually won the award and that presenter Jack Palance had accidentally read the wrong name off the card.
Oh.
It was pointed out that the card had only one name on it. Reed then changed his theory to say that Palance had read the wrong name off the teleprompter and claimed that the Academy went along with it because they would have been too embarrassed to admit the mistake in front of a huge viewing audience.
Interesting.
He was publicly rebutted by the accounting firm Price Waterhouse, who said that if a presenter ever announced the wrong winner, they would go on stage and state that the wrong result had been announced before either stating the correct result or giving the information to someone on stage to correct it. Roger Ebert said that Reed's conspiracy theories were false and unfair to Tomei, and that Reed owed her an apology.
Agreed. And you guys know who Marissa Tomei is. She's Aunt May in the Spider-Man movies. Okay, yeah. Like their brains just went, oh, okay, yeah.
Those are your FPBs for...
We are remiss.
Oh, we are remiss. Oh, that's right. Sarah has a... You texted me about this yesterday,
I
like
was
5 minutes after the show ended.
So disappointed in us after yesterday's show. Yesterday was former President of the United States, Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday.
How did we not get that?
I don't know. I can't believe we missed that one. I was super surprised. Maybe because we kind of like possibly thought that he had passed away because he had he had been in respite care for such a long time, but he's actually doing really, really well. He entered hospice more than 19 months ago, and he's still with us. Not only is he still alive on his 100th birthday, but he's even perked up, according to sources, and he's following the presidential election, listening to music, Bob Dylan, the Allman Brothers, and Garth Brooks, and he's following the playoff-bound Atlanta Braves. Did they win last night? Did they play? They played for the Wild.
Oh no, they lost. They lost 4-0 to San Diego.
Well, I'm sure he's disappointed this morning, but he's been 40% of the U.S. history since the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. He's lived through 40% of U.S. history.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. So happy birthday, 100th birthday. Like, that's a crazy milestone to former President Jimmy Carter. We apologize.
Yes, profusely. Those are your FPBs for October the 2nd. Looking for a tasty meal? We have over a dozen options. Banking services? Plenty to choose from. Holiday gift ideas? Yep, we have that too. These are just a few of the resources you'll find in the October issue of Uncle Andy's Digest, along with jokes, funny stories, shout-outs, an events calendar, advertiser directory, and a whole lot more. Uncle Andy's Digest, your guide to, well, just about anything. Pick up your free copy today and visit UncleAndys.com. And now we shift focus to our guests in studio from the Maine Nordiques. Number 3 in your program, Ocean Fancy, a defenseman from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And number 8, Aidan Lindblad from Sorrento, British Columbia. Returning from Blaine, Minnesota, where you guys took part in the North American Hockey League Showcase. What was that experience like for you, Ocean?
That experience was pretty cool. There's a lot of scouts in the building. I don't think I've played in front of that many people before. But yeah, it was fun being around the teammates all 3 days, and it was just a great time.
And you guys won your first game?
Yeah,
Yep.
We won our first game. Our 2 other games were okay. Definitely struggling a little bit, but we'll work on that.
Were they just really good teams that you were up against?
They were pretty good teams. Our third game was against the champions, Lone Star Brahmas, and they were a tough team to play, but I don't think they're anything too big against us, so I think if we play them again, see them later in the season, we'll get the win.
So if you see them later in the season, that means you guys have done very well.
Yeah.
Right? Because that'll be playoff time.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
exactly.
Aidan, what was the experience like for you?
Same answer as Ocean. Pretty cool experience to play in front of all those scouts and with the teammates as well. We had a lot of hours traveling for that trip. It's between driving from here to Boston and then flying Boston to New York and then to Minnesota and then on the way back. So got to spend a lot of crucial time with the teammates and bond with everybody.
So what is that experience like? How do you guys bond? Is there any structure to your bonding, or are you just walking up to players going, "Hey, my name's Aidan, what's going on?"
Well, I don't know. It starts off with basically going to Blaine. It all started off with getting to the rink at 5 a.m. Everyone's tired. 4 a.m. Yeah. It was an early one.
Minnesota time.
But we all have our arranged bus seats. So usually guys who have played junior hockey for the longest will sit in the back of the bus, and you're kind of bonding with them a little bit more than the rookies who sit in the front of the bus. That's just an example of where bonding occurs, just bus trips, long trips.
What do you guys do on the bus?
We play cards.
Play cards, listen to music, just talk with the boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of NA3 players on last week, and I was asking them what kind of card games they played, and one of their favorites was Go Fish.
Aw.
Are you guys? Now, when
They play poker.
When you make it to the NAHL, does the card game evolve into poker?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They're like, "Go Fish, that's a baby game."
Must be real bored.
So is it like poker, blackjack, gin? What are you guys playing?
Like Presidents. It's this card game. I don't even know how to explain it, but that one's fun. You can play with a lot of people, and then usually poker's a little tough on the bus, so we usually just play Presidents on the bus. But we play cards here lots on weekdays. We'll have poker nights using fake money.
Of course.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Moms and dads listening.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Do people still play A-hole? Do you guys know that game?
all right. So yeah, that's Presidents. It's just
Okay, that's what you call it,
Yeah, yeah,
Presidents,
yeah.
because you don't want to say A-hole.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
can say it.
It's been renamed. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark puts a little bark over every time we swear. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, feel free. Let it fly. We don't care.
It's fine. We'll bark it out. Don't worry.
So I'm unfamiliar with this game.
Oh, I haven't played it in a really long
like-
time. Can you explain? It's been a while.
It's kind of like there's like rankings. So like I guess first and second person in the rank get the best cards from the people at the bottom. So it's like you wanna get rid of your cards first. You don't want to be the last guy, or else you got to give up your best cards to the
Okay.
highest people.
It's basically a bullshitting game. You're lying.
Okay.
The whole time.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it good for you guys to get on a plane rather than a bus, or does all traveling just suck at this point?
It sucks.
It sucks, yeah.
But for that trip, definitely a plane was the savior.
Yeah.
Holy.
I mean-
22-hour drive.
Physically, it must be like I just came back from Texas and it was a haul to
Yeah.
get back and forth from Texas. Like physically, my body was like, oh my gosh, I can't move or bend or flex the way I want to. So for you guys, do you hop off the plane and hit the ice? Like I can't imagine.
So
You're
we,
a lot younger than I am. But so that's part of it.
Sarah's old enough to be your older sister, by the way.
Right. Your mom. So what's that like? Like,
we got off the plane on, what was it, Tuesday? I think.
No.
That night, we basically went to the hotel, and then right off the hotel, we went straight to the rink for practice to get those airplane legs out of you, because those are pretty brutal. That's what we did. We practiced for an hour, got off, and then next day was our game, kind of going with the flow.
Yeah.
Even though the legs were still not really there. takes a little bit, but the
Well,
skate definitely helped at first.
you're all tall. Most of you hockey players are tall. So I can't imagine being folded up in a in a plane.
Yeah, I
like
feel bad for anyone that wasn't a hockey player on that plane.
You guys loud?
Yeah, we're definitely causing a scene.
a ruckus.
That's right.
A fracas.
They're representing. That's right. Let them know the Nords are in the house, right? I love it. It's interesting having both of you in at the same time because you played on the same team last year. Aidan, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we played together in Merritt, British Columbia, which is like 2 hours away from my house in Sorrento. So last year we were playing out in my neck of the woods, pretty close to my home. Ocean was pretty far away from his house, and then now we're in Ocean's neck of the woods, and I'm far away from home, and he's closer. So it's super beautiful out there. So many mountains, lakes, and rivers. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot for sure.
Ocean, how did you become a Nordique? Kind of take us through your career.
My starting career, I started off just playing town hockey on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Then I started playing club. I played 1 year of high school hockey my freshman year, just at my local public school. And then after that, I played in Boston for the Boston Junior Eagles, which was U14 club. And then I played for Boston Advantage, which is out of Hingham, Mass, so basically still the Boston area. Then I played juniors there for a year, and then I got recruited to play out in Merritt in the BCHL. Basically, my team, so Merritt folded last year, our club or our BCHL team. They folded last year. Me and Blads didn't really have a place to go, so I got a call around early in the summer, I'd say. It was my advisor, and he was just saying, hey, like, there's this Nick Skurlik guy who's our head coach for the Nordiques, and he was talking about me, and he's like, hey, like, I think it's a good spot. It'll be good for recruitment for schools. Schools can watch you. I think you should go here. So I was waiting around, seeing if any other team would pick me up in the BCHL. But then it's a little bit rough because there's rules out there because I'm an import because I'm American. Also an age out, so there's definitely rules. It'd be harder for me to get in right now to go back there. But yeah, I basically, Nick Skurlik called me, and he was just like, hey, you can come here and play. So that's what I did. I came here nice and close to home, so I'm happy.
How old were you when you first started skating?
It actually wasn't on ice. It was on rollerblades.
That's the first time I've heard
a
that from
first,
one of you
yeah.
Yeah,
guys.
so I was probably about 4 years old. Maybe. I was pretty young, just rollerblading around the house, pissing off my mom. But then I started to hit the ice. I think I played in-house hockey when I was 6 years old. So I've been kind of at it for a while now.
Did you try other sports growing up, or was it just hockey?
Yeah. So my dad, he was an All-American for soccer, so we played a little bit of soccer when I was little. My family's a big surfing family, so we did a lot of surfing. So yeah. So I still do hockey and surfing. Soccer is kind of retired because I had to pick one. I remember in middle school, I wanted to play on the middle school soccer team, but I couldn't make certain days of practice, and the coach was like, hey, you got to pick one. So I was like, see you later, I'm picking hockey.
All the time.
Yeah.
Did you find some good waves here since you've been in Maine?
And
It's hard, huh?
I've been too busy in the rink, so
Oh, yeah.
couldn't do that.
It's still hurricane season. If you go out to pop them, you can surf out there.
Yeah.
Just don't get eaten by sharks.
Yeah, that's one problem.
Good advice.
The Sharks are definitely a concern.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
end up in a Tiffany movie. Aidan, how old were you when you first put on skates?
I think, pretty sure I put on skates. My dad put skates on me before I could walk, so I was like not even a year old. Yeah, I just remember going public skating with my dad and grandpa at a super young age in Salmon Arm, which is about 30 minutes from my house. And yeah, that's about it.
And take us through your career up to the Nordiques.
So, yeah, I started off my playing in Salmon Arm. I played there minor hockey until I was 12 years old. And then at 13, I moved away from home to a place called Penticton, which is about 3 hours from my house. So I played 2 years there, grade 8 and 9. And then I went out to Kamloops, which is only about 45 minutes from my house. I played a year and a half there, and then halfway through my second year midget, I got a call from the local junior hockey team, Salmon Arm, and they wanted me to come practice for a bit, and then they asked if I wanted to stay. So then I played there for 2.5 years, and then I got traded to Merritt halfway through my 18-year-old season, and then I was there for a year and a half, and then now I'm in Maine.
It's wild to me that you just packed up and left home at the age of 13.
Yeah, I've been living away from home for 7 years
It's
now.
wild.
So
Is that tough for you?
I mean, I'm a pretty independent guy, so like it's not that bad. I don't know, I can get it done, so no, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
I'm just like, my son's 20, and I'm just trying to picture him on his own at 13. No way.
I
Couldn't even make macaroni and cheese.
I was forced to grow up pretty quick and like mature with certain things pretty early, but I'm pretty thankful for that, though, honestly.
What an experience.
Yeah.
How did you get the call to become a Maine Nordique?
So there was this guy from Vancouver that was kind of scouting on the Nordiques' behalf. He watched our playoff games, and then he basically said, you know, it's a good opportunity. If you want to come here, we want you to come for next year. So kind of considered options like Ocean did in the off season, and then did some more research into the league and the team, and more over time, it just kind of became evident that it was going to be a good fit. I'm about a 50-hour drive away from home, so that was like it's
Wow.
pretty far. Like I'm pretty far away from home, so that was part of the decision. I was like gonna go home once this year maybe, but it's good though. Like I'm glad we have a good group of guys in a support system here. It makes it pretty easy.
Ocean, how does the team welcome new players? Is there a process there, or is it just like on the bus where you're just like introducing yourself?
Figure it
It's
out.
kind of, I'd say you'd shake hands with them, you see them, right? You don't really force the interaction. It kind of just happens.
Yeah.
For a new guy coming in, you definitely want to be, you want to be kind. You want to introduce him to the team. You want to get him going already with all the other guys. Help them out, because chemistry is really important on a team. So the sooner you can do that, the better it is for everything.
I know you only have like a handful of games or so to make this judgment, but how would you describe the personality of this team?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Does the coach shape it, or do the players shape it?
I'd say both, but mostly the players would shape it, because it's all about who you are as a person, right? And everyone on the team kind of brings in something. So that's kind of like our team is like, that's us. So I would say, yeah, players shape it.
Do you have anybody who stands out as like the biggest goofball or the funniest or the most musically talented? Have you been able to pick out those people?
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
like immediately
For
like,
sure.
yeah, I know who the biggest goofball is.
I don't know, who would you say? Like Shane Kozlina, he's a pretty goofy guy.
We know Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot. Like you guys had Hutch Rose on. That
Yeah.
guy's something else.
Hutch is something else.
He's something else.
Hutch wants to come on every week.
Oh, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's our rookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we drafted him.
we drafted him. We do this thing called rookie draft, and all the vets on the team, so those are guys that have played junior hockey for a while. They get to pick a rookie for their own, and the rookie's got to help out the vets. So, for instance, Hutch, he's got to bring us donuts, coffees in the morning. He's kind of got his...
Give me massages.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tie my skates.
Yeah.
Tire skate.
Yeah, they're kind of...
No, we're joking about that.
But
He
yeah.
brings us coffee sometimes, though.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
kind of... The rookies got to help out the vets. It's a good culture, for sure.
Super nice kid. I can totally
Yeah.
picture him doing that.
Yeah.
And I was asking, I can't remember who it was, but if there's still like a hazing procedure when new players come on. But that sounds like it's
Yeah.
toned down, but that
For
sounds
sure.
like kind of what it is.
There definitely is a process. Not as you think it would be.
Not in a mean way.
Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't there one where they made them pay the bill for something?
Yes.
I can't remember.
Oh, that still
Dinner.
happens for sure.
The dinner thing.
Everyone has to go through it. I mean, my first year, like, the bill was $350. Every rookie had to pay, so.
Yeah, I think mine was $250.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny. What about
It hurts.
What about nicknames? How do you guys form your? You gotta have nicknames.
Yeah, like, they just kind of flow. I don't even know. Like, guys will call me, like, Lindy or Blads or Bladder or Lins. And, like, it just...
A mix of your last name.
Yeah, last name or first name. Like, Ocean's got lots.
Yeah, I got...
Fancy pants, like...
Fancy pants. Oh, because of your last name.
I got Fancy. I got Ocean. List never ends, honestly.
Was the inspiration behind your name like your mom and dad's view from Cape Cod?
Well, my mom is from Indonesia, so Bali. It's a pretty popular tourist spot right now. But my dad was over there, and they were on a motorbike there, and they were trying to figure out a name, and they were just like, Ocean. So that's kind of how it worked out, I guess.
There you go.
And then
Well-
they moved to Cape Cod, and now they're next to the
Yeah,
ocean.
pretty much, yeah. So,
Fun.
It's all coming together.
It
The whole
makes
plan.
sense. They're like, we're predetermining this.
Yeah. Aidan, what are your impressions of playing in the Colisee so far?
So I haven't actually played in the Coliseum. I was injured against New Jersey for both games, but watching from above, like, you actually get to see maybe more and realize more than if you were playing because you're so dialed in when you're playing. But just like the light show, like the fan atmosphere and the team and just everything about it, like, I'm so excited. I was so mad I couldn't play. I was like, oh man, like, I just wanted to play, but it looks awesome. Like, I can't wait.
Ocean, you've been on the ice.
yeah.
Right?
I've been on the
What do you
ice.
think?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I loved it so much. I can't wait for the next home game. It was just it's special. And having your home rink be that rink is like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some not so great rinks out there.
No, yeah.
You're going to be on the road for the next 3 series and then come back to the Colisee on October 26th. And don't be surprised if at one game or multiple games this year, Sarah is singing the national anthem. at
Oh,
the
that's right. I
Colisee.
do that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
All right.
Yep.
Sweet.
How do I do that?
So I know you guys are dialed in, but you'll be like, hey, I know her.
Wait a minute. I get that. Sometimes they come in and they're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that was me. I did that.
Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for you guys this weekend. You're taking on Johnstown, right? What do you know about this team, and what's the mindset going in?
I know that they play in an Olympic-sized rink, so the the ice sheet's way bigger, so it'll be a lot more skating. It's funny that you asked this because today is when we talk about Johnstown in the locker room. We'll go through video, see what they do, kind of go from there.
Do you find it easier or harder to have more ice? Because, I mean, it gives you more time probably to figure out where you're going to go and what you're going to do, but also it gives you more time to figure out where
I mean, it depends, right? If you're a good skater, that's going to help you
Yeah.
so much. Bad skaters, not so much. Definitely, you got to adjust. So playing defense is definitely a little bit harder, but if you have the puck, you'll have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of room out there. I was going to say it probably depends on what kind of player you are.
Sure.
If you can't skate, you want to
keep it tight.
you want a phone booth. Aidan, how would you describe Nick Skurlick's coaching style as opposed to other coaches you've had throughout your career?
How do I explain this? It's
Remember, you
like-
can swear if you want to.
No, yeah. I'll leave that to Skurlick. No, he's a good guy. He doesn't like really hide his personality or try and put on like a show about what he's trying to get out of guys or how he wants people to see him. He just kind of like calls it as it is, whether you like it or not, no matter who you are. Everyone's treated the same. And yeah, like nothing's sugar-coated. He's very knowledgeable. And yeah, he's honest and he doesn't try to be someone he isn't.
Do you like that style?
I mean, yeah, I'd rather that for sure. Like I think having your coach be an honest person and just be straight up is the best thing, because a coach who isn't honest and is trying to put on this persona of whatever, a tough guy, or it kind of trickles down through the team, like if guys just aren't being genuine. So I think it's 100% should be just genuine all the time.
And at least you know where you stand at all times. with
Exactly.
him, right?
Everyone
No
does.
surprises there.
For sure, yeah.
Ocean, I saw you nodding, so you agree with
I
Aidan's
agree.
assessment?
Yeah. He sets the standard for us for sure.
Ocean, what's your favorite memory on the ice?
It was recent. I think last year it was playing in Alberni, which is in Vancouver Island. I think we were playing for their Teddy Toss, and it was just an unreal experience. There was a lot of fans. It was just I think I played my best game there, so that's why it's kind of always stood out to me.
What's a teddy toss?
Teddy Toss is when the fans throw all their stuffed animals, all their stuffies.
It's like right before Christmas, I think.
Yeah, right before Christmas onto the ice, and then all little kids pick up the stuffed animals on the ice, and then they go donate it to
that's
kids that
cool.
need it.
It's pretty awesome.
I feel like
Yeah.
we did that here. I remember
Yeah,
because
we did.
Mission Dogs was there the same night, and that one of their Mission Dogs was going crazy trying to steal people's teddy bears.
Yeah.
Aidan, your favorite memory on the ice?
There's a couple for sure. My first year in Merritt, we weren't the best team that year, and we were playing one of the top teams, and we went to overtime with that team, and then I scored the overtime winner, which was pretty cool. Like, just for our group, like, we didn't get many wins, so to get that win with the team was awesome. But last year in playoffs, we didn't win, but just like playing against all my former teammates from Salmon Arm, like, and then with all my new teammates, like, that was just, I don't know, like, about best memory, but like pretty like emotional time, like that series, just playing against your brothers, but on both sides kind of thing, and trying to beat them. But yeah, there's so many, like, it's tough to just answer with that.
And you have so many more to come.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard Vancouver is an unbelievably beautiful city.
It's pretty sweet. I mean, I'm not much of like a city guy. Like, I don't really like cities, but if I were to go somewhere, like, I can go to Vancouver for a couple days.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
You like being outside more, country,
Yeah, just
urban?
like small town, like where you got to drive to see the next person.
Nice. That's what happens when you grow up quick. You've seen everything,
Yeah.
and now you just want solitude.
I do want to be
Yeah.
alone.
Right? Yeah. Sarah can relate.
I can relate.
All right, guys, we're going to ask you 3 random questions. These are non-hockey related questions, and then at the end, we'll have you deliver a scouting report on each other. Sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Aidan, what is your go-to snack?
Oh man, there's so many good
I
snacks.
already know these are gonna be hard questions.
Like, I love like cookies, like brownies, like just like super savory, like sweet foods, like.
What kind of cookies? Because Sarah she's quite a baker.
So we found these brownie cookies at Shaw's, and those are like,
Are you talking about Brookies?
I don't even know.
Is it like a
I
chocolate
saw
chip
'em.
cookie with a brownie?
It's like brownie like batter, but it's like got chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, it's a Brookie.
Oh man, those are pretty deadly.
Yeah, they are.
Deadly.
Those are so good.
Around. Yeah. I honestly forget what else was in the question, to be honest. I'm thinking about
That was it.
Now
Just your
it's
favorite
just
snack.
snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
Ocean?
Snacks.
I mean, you can't go wrong with goldfish. I mean,
Ooh.
those are good.
That's a solid one.
I like those ones.
Goldfish.
Any particular flavor? Like the flavor blasted ones? Or?
Those ones are, yeah. I mean, you got the pizza ones.
Yeah.
Those are good. I
I think I like the regular ones.
Or extreme cheddar.
Yeah. This isn't one of the questions, but just talking about snacks, and you guys are athletes, it makes me think of this. Is diet a huge concern for you guys?
Yeah, like I mean,
I'd say so, yeah.
we burn so many calories throughout the day. Like, whether we're skating for like hour and a half, 2 hours, and then working out, and then we usually stay pretty busy throughout the day too. And our weekends are game filled and travel filled. So, like, you definitely got to eat a lot and a lot of good food, but you also have to replenish those calories. Having like
So
some
those
sweet
those
treats,
brookies,
are
you can
alright.
have 1 or 5, or
Like,
you'll be fine.
You
We're
won't
not
even
prioritizing protein here. We're just eating as much as we can.
But we eat like a lot of ground beef and pasta and rice and chicken. Like, that fills up most of our diet for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to be young again.
I know, right? I can't remember the last time I had pasta.
All right, Sarah, you got one?
I do. You both have lovely locks, by the way. Great hair.
you,
Our
thank
listeners
you.
can't see. Great
They
hair.
will. We'll post a picture.
We'll post a picture. How much money would it take for you to shave your head?
I mean, I've done that for free before, so I don't even know. Like,
Would you do it for $100?
yeah, why not? Like $100? Are you kidding me? The hair will grow out again.
Do you know how many cookies that will buy?
I'll do it right now if you give me $100. I swear.
Ocean's quiet.
Yeah, I love my hair.
Yeah, it's
so
great hair.
Honestly, if I shave it, it'll grow back in no time. So
Yeah.
How much money?
maybe like, I'm a little greedy. Say a couple thousand.
Ooh, okay. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Give
Okay.
me 8,000. 8,000.
Wow.
I'll be happy with 8,000.
All right.
That is some expensive hair.
Power in your hair? What? You Samson? What is this?
Are you in a contest with Treppy for best hair on the team?
Oh, yeah. I have a feeling you would have a much different answer for us regarding the hair. Kid's got some good hair.
All right, Ocean. Final question. Favorite non-hockey related activity?
I think I said it before. I'd say surfing. I'm a big surfer. Yeah.
Are you ever scared? I've never been, and it looks terrifying to me.
Around here, yeah, a little scared. Those sharks can be pretty gnarly. I've seen a shark once before, but I do most of my surfing on the other side of the world in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Where a lot safer and the waves are way better.
I bet.
I have just such a healthy respect for the ocean. Anything above the knees, and I get nervous.
Mark is very nervous of the ocean.
We don't know anything about the ocean. It terrifies
It's
me.
so deep.
It is. Aidan, favorite non-hockey related activity?
I love fishing. Fishing takes up most of my evenings when I'm back home. Working on cars, like paint, and just kind of learning how things work with that. Love playing guitar, too. So, yeah, probably fishing, cars, and guitar.
Nice. Solid, well-rounded hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good weekend right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, it is time for scouting reports. Sarah and I like to pretend we own a team. And Ocean, we need a forward. We're taking a good hard look at Aidan, and you're our star defenseman. What can you tell us about him?
I would say he definitely is a role player. He'll forecheck hard. He's physical. He can rip the puck. He can shoot the puck pretty hard. I think he has the hardest shot on the team. Skating ability, I'd give it a good solid 7 out of 10. But yeah, he's a guy that definitely wants to work hard, and he definitely wants to be here and show up. So that's huge.
What's he like off of the ice?
Off the ice, you'll get a all-around good guy, great guy. He'll go out of his way, help things out, whether it's
Taking the garbage out.
taking the garbage out of the house or making dinner. Like, he's a good guy all around. He does his part well.
Do you guys live together?
Yeah, we live together.
Right on. All right, Aidan, we need some help with the blue line, and we're taking a look at Ocean. We know you played with him before.
Yeah.
What can you tell us?
This guy's a mobile skater. He can move up and down the ice very well. He advances pucks well. He gets pucks through. At the point, he's a reliable guy. You can put out in any situation, whether it's penalty kill, power play, overtime, just 5-on-5 late in the period. Yeah, he brings a lot of dynamic energy to the ice in the locker room, and I think he'd be pretty silly if you didn't pick this guy up.
All right.
All right, well, we don't want to look silly.
We don't want to look silly.
What is he like off the ice?
Great guy, great roommate, super respectful. Yeah, I mean, we played together last year in Merritt, and when I found out he was coming here too, I was pretty happy to hear that. Yeah, just overall good guy, positive guy, works super hard on and off the ice. Yeah, he's a great guy to his teammates and his roommate and everyone around him.
Awesome. We so appreciate you guys being here, and
Yeah.
I know it's super early for you.
It's early.
Super early for you, so thank you for your time, and best of luck this weekend in Johnstown.
Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
time. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Hey, Mark, I wanted to mention one more thing before we let him go.
do
It
you got?
looks like there's some news from the Nordiques. Defenseman Wade Wheel has committed to play Division I hockey for the University of Maine.
Wow.
I know. He's their
Awesome.
first committal of the season. I just wanted to point that out and congratulate him and the Nordiques. weeks on that.
Couple snaps for Wade.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, keeping it local. We
Attaboy
love
Wade.
it.
Attaboy Wade.
Ocean Fancy and Aidan Lindblad, our guests for today's show. Don't forget to catch the Maine Nordiques at their next home game. That's October the 26th. And you can go to LydiaMediaLLC.com and enter to win tickets. So we can send you to go see the Nords. Let's pack the barn and cheer on the boys as they look forward to another playoff run this season. Thanks for listening. We want to thank our sponsors, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption, and UPI Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. And if you would like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, you can reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@LydiaMediaLLC.com. That's going to do it for us, Sarah.
Okay.
You get to go to your real job.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that.
And tomorrow we have Stephanie and Jesse from Ruper's coming on.
It's drinking time.
It's That's right. So we certainly look forward to that. We hope you can join us. Have a great Wednesday. We'll catch you tomorrow.
My son's 20, and I'm just trying to picture him on his own at 13. No way. Couldn't even make macaroni and cheese.